Hello, and thank you for allowing us to interview you today. The interview is going to be filmed with your permission, but will only be used for the purpose of the report. The purpose of this interview is to ask you questions related to wine. Please feel free to be open as possible with your answers. We are students at Hansa and we are trying to conduct a primary research about wine consumption within the Netherlands to establish whether or not it would be appropriate to import wine from another country to sell here. Firstly, we would like to ask you questions about your own personal wine consumption, and after this we'll move on to questions that are directed more about your experience with selling wine to the general population. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Bonnie. I work at the pool in the student hotel. It's a restaurant. That's it. And I sell a lot of wine on a daily basis.
So do you live in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Very nice. Firstly, do you enjoy drinking wine? And if so, why?
I do. It's because of the diversity of all the different wines. That's why I like it so much.
So compared to other drinks, why do you like wine? Compared to, let's say, beer, vodka, absinthe.
It's because you have the wine with the food combinations. You can get way more than with other drinks. So every single time you eat something different, you can choose a different wine with it every day.
So following to my next question, what type of wine would you choose at a restaurant and why?
Again, it depends on what I'm eating. So if I take like fish or white meat, then it will be white wine, maybe rosé. And if I take steak or burger, then it will be red wine.
If you had the choice, what white wine?
My favorite is Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Very nice. If you were at a bar, what type of wine would you pick up wine?
If I'm only drinking and not eating, I would take rosé.
Just rosé or?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what kind of rosé, but I prefer the rosés from France.
And how much do you reckon you would purchase on that night out at a bar, let's say?
4 or 5. Depends
Bottles?
on glasses first.
Right. If you purchase wine, where are you most likely to purchase it, i.e. restaurant, bar, supermarket or others? So where do you most commonly go for your wine?
Mostly I go to the supermarket, so I have something at home. And if I go out, then I always go to restaurants or bars to drink it.
So let's say if you go to the supermarket, what wine would you choose? And how many bottles would you buy?
It's just for me, I will buy 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then it can be different every day. Depends on what I want.
So when buying the wine at a supermarket, what origin would you pick? So where's the wine from, for example? What's your preference?
My preference is from France or Chile.
Or Chile? What about Italy?
It's nice, but not my favorite.
Bolivian?
No. Spain is a good one too.
Really? What's your favourite from Spain?
Verdejo.
Alright. In your opinion, what makes an appealing wine? So what's the most attractive thing about it?
I think when I look at my favorite white wine, the Chardonnay, the most appealing thing about that is the scent.
The scent?
Yeah, like the smell.
Okay. What's the Chardonnay? Is it? Oh no. Don't worry. So if you're going off colour on appealing, what's the most appealing colour in your opinion?
Light green.
Light green?
Yeah.
What's your favourite red colour? So would you go for a dark or a light?
Dark.
When looking to purchase wine, how important is the percentage of alcohol to you?
Not really important. Because it can be very different. You can have a wine that's very high in alcohol but doesn't really have a lot of taste. And you can have a wine that's very low in alcohol but have a lot of taste. So depends on where it comes from and what kind of wine it is.
So going on to the next question. Are you interested where the wine that you purchase is from, like country of origin? It's an important factor, which I asked previously. But if you were to purchase a wine for a friend, let's say, would you purchase it from a country of origin?
Yeah, because mostly the wines are known for the country.
Yeah.
So most wines are known from France. So when I buy something like a wine for my friends, I usually buy something from France because it's known and it's popular.
Yeah. Okay.
So it will be liked more than something they don't know.
How often do you drink wine a week? On average, let's say.
Average.
Be honest.
I think 3 or 4 days a week. Yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
But it has to do with my job as well.
Yeah. So now we're going to move on to the more questions based towards selling wine and your experiences through that and what you found and etc. So to start off with, how long have you been working in a bar type environment or an environment where selling wine was an aspect of the job?
I think around 8 years now. I've worked in hotels, bars, restaurants. I worked at a football stadium where we had drafts for wine.
Yeah.
And we just had big tanks underneath because we sold about 70 to 150 liters a day when we had a match. So we just had 3 simple wines. We had just a standard white Chardonnay, just a simple rosé, and a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
So white, rosé, and red. And then we just sold a lot of liters during the match days.
What was your favorite place to work at? Out of them?
Out of everything, my favorite place was the football stadium.
And why is that?
It was because we had 2 different aspects. We had like the just regular supporters.
Yeah.
They all had the simple wines, so the Chardonnay, Rosé, and Cabernet. And then we also had a very exclusive wine bar where you paid like 7 or 6 euros a glass. And then they had all the Spanish wines, Italian wines, very expensive French wines, like everything. And then we also had a sommelier, so someone who knows everything about wine. That is someone who has all the wine degrees, has all the diplomas and everything you can have from wines. And then he will stand there and then sell all the wines for the whole match.
In your personal opinion, would you say there is a type of wine that stands out as the most popular type from your experience in the world?
I think in all the years I've heard the names Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc the most.
Does it depend on the place you're working and the time as to what they prefer? Or is it just in general?
It's just in general, I think. It's just those 2 names are the ones that people know.
Yeah.
So it's easier to say, "Oh, just give me Chardonnay," than to look for people to look at the wine menu and they have no clue what they're drinking.
Yeah.
So they earlier will say like, "Oh, I want the Chardonnay," than something more expensive or something that they don't know.
Okay. Throughout the years, have you noticed trends in the type of wine that you sell and the age and gender of the customer?
Yeah. Before, it always just was the Chardonnay and Sauvignon.
Yeah.
And now you see way more elderly people or like more adult people asking for wines from Argentina and Chile and Italy more because they know more about the city.
Okay.
So they're ordering
So
outside of their comfort zone.
With the younger generation, you see them buying a specific type compared to the older.
The young students always go for the house wines and the cheaper wines, and the elderly people go for the more expensive glasses or bottles.
Okay. So the next question is kind of what you just answered in terms of what type of consumers consume what type of wine. So yeah, next one. What sort of questions do people tend to ask you when you're looking to order wine?
Usually they ask what fits best with what they're gonna eat.
Yeah.
So it depends on what they're eating. So they're first taking just like water,
Yeah.
and then after they made a choice with what they're gonna eat, then they were asking like, okay, what's the best combination with this dish and this wine, and So it's about that.
Do you ever see them asking about bitterness, sweetness, alcohol percentage?
Yeah. Alcohol percent is not that much.
Yeah.
Because it's usually around the 14% alcohol.
Yeah.
Some a bit less. But yeah, we do have a lot of questions about the sourness from some of the white wines and the bitterness from the red wines.
Yeah.
We call it tannines. It's like the little thing you get when you drink red wine. You got that little layer on your teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And some people really like it and some people really hate it. So there are a lot of different red wines with a lot of it or not as much of it. So a lot of people ask for those things.
Okay. Do you notice a correlation between the price of the wine and the age of the individual consuming the wine?
Yeah. It's how younger the people are, the cheaper the wine is.
Yeah.
And yeah, when more elderly people buy wine, they don't usually look at the price. It's just something they like, they will buy it, and otherwise they will buy a bottle and don't really care about the price.
Do you notice that when purchasing wine, the older people tend to know what they're ordering, whereas the younger people have to think about it before they order?
Yeah. Because when you give the wine menu to the young people, they will just say, if they will see Chardonnay or Sauvignon Blanc, they will just choose that because it's something they know.
Yeah.
And elderly people really look at the wine menu and then just go, I know that one, and I like this one more, and then order.
Okay. Do you know why the establishment you work in chose their house wines and previous places you've worked, for example?
I think in all the places that I've worked, there was Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc as a house wine.
Yeah.
It's because it's not that expensive to buy it in and to sell it again. So that's why it's easier to sell. But we always have the more expensive wines on a wine menu, and that will be chosen by staff and by the managers and by everyone that owns the company.
Okay. Would you say that a certain group of people buy wine the most? So as in what type of person buys wine most, if there is a type?
I don't think there's really a type. I do think when it's like a bunch of girls or a couple that coming out for dinner or coming out for drinks,
yeah,
it's usually the group of girls that buys the most wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whilst working, what environment was the place where most wine was bought?
Where I worked, where the most wine was.
5 people.
I think it was the football stadium we poured the most wines. Yeah, because in the restaurant in the pool where I work now, on a average night I think we can sell about 30 bottles when it's busy.
Okay. When people order wine, do they usually order a bottle or a glass?
It depends. Usually the younger people order glasses, and like couples, when they're eating here, or elderly people, they buy the bottles.
Is there a correlation with that in terms of price?
Yeah, bottles are always more expensive, but it will be cheaper if you buy a bottle and then split the amount by 2.
Yeah.
Or all buy loose glasses.
Where you've worked in the more cheaper places, do you notice they buy more bottles there compared to, say, here where it's more expensive for a bottle?
Yeah. I would sell in a other restaurant where I've worked, you can have a bottle of very cheap Chardonnay wine for like 14, 15 euros.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we sold a lot of bottles in a night over there.
Yeah.
Way more than we have here.
Okay. Is there anything that you think you could add to enhance the research that we are conducting?
I think we have pretty much already.
Nothing at all.
I don't think I can add anything more. You've asked a couple of good questions.
That's good to know. Do you have any questions for us?
What are you going to do with the research?
This research we're conducting is to find out the areas people buy wine from, how they buy wine, what they buy wine for. For a project, we're doing a Hansa.
Okay. And have you found anything already? Like, have you got a favorite? Do you already have an idea where to import it from?
From what we've found and from what we've seen whilst conducting our survey and everything, I feel like the most popular places are Italy, France. So we're going to conduct and analyse it, especially from this interview, and then decide where to go from there. And by survey, I meant the little tally whilst filming the video.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any questions for us?
What are you going to do with the research you've already got?
With this research, we're going to conduct a report on where to import wine from to then sell. For a report we're doing at Hansa University.
Do you already have some favorite places you want to import from?
We all have mixed opinions at the moment, but my favourite is definitely France, especially as I've been there and the wine is top notch, I must say. But yeah, any more questions?
No, I think that was it.
Oh, really? Well, I'd like to say thank you. It's been a pleasure interviewing you. Thank you.